Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. We're really excited to introduce you all to Northpass for HubSpot, which is the first advanced learning platform to integrate into the HubSpot CRM and launched just a few weeks ago. For those who don't know me, my name is Nikki Engel, and I am the Senior Product Marketing Manager here at Northpass. And with me today on the screen, we have Allyson Lerner, Northpass's Senior Manager of Product Management, who's been working on and spearheading this all-new integration. We're really excited to show you the Northpass for HubSpot integration in action, and we're even more excited to show you the ways in which you can use this integration to make an impact on your customers' experiences too. Before we get into the live demo, we're going to start off with some of the fundamentals. I want to make sure that everyone here has a good understanding of the relationship between an LMS and CRM. And then we'll get into various use cases. So you can use the Northpass for HubSpot integration to make an impact on your own business. And then we'll, of course, show you Northpass for HubSpot in action with a live demo and take you through all of the powerful features that the integration has to offer. At the very end, we're going to do a brief Q&A. So please use the Q&A feature in Zoom for any questions that come up throughout the webinar, and we'll answer them at the very end. So with that said, let's get started. So for those who are not familiar with us, Northpass is the provider of an LMS that helps today's forward-thinking companies like Bamboo HR and Compass and Shopify train their customers. Simply put, we provide businesses with a flexible platform to create an academy they're proud of by giving them the freedom to create and manage and scale their learning programs exactly the way they want. Our goal at Northpass is to accelerate business growth through the power of learning. And we do that through engaging and impactful academies that can be used to onboard customers faster, ensure they adopt complex features, and have greater lifetime value. Our partner in crime here, HubSpot, is a CRM platform on a mission to help companies grow better. So while some companies are focused on quick wins for growth, HubSpot figured out that a better way to grow and a more sustainable way to grow is by putting the customer first at the center of the business. So by focusing on the customer's experiences and needs, your business will grow exponentially better, meaning more wins and higher retention rates for less money, fewer resources, and a fraction of the effort. Positive customer experiences are crucial to the success of your business because happy customers are likely to become loyal customers who can then help promote your business and boost your revenue. And as learning is a core competency of the customer experience, we're extremely excited for the marriage of these two technologies. So Northpass and HubSpot's emphasis on customer experiences allows companies to create long-term relationships with their customers so they can build trust and credibility and loyalty. But what's the trick here? How does a business establish those long-lasting relationships? What customer experiences do you need in order to generate loyal, self-promoting customers? And how do you create them? So that's what I'm going to cover with you next, how Northpass and HubSpot have partnered up to create positive experiences that manifest long-term relationships with your customers. And the integration will help you do that much faster and accelerate growth. So to help businesses create exceptional customer experiences that build meaningful, lasting relationships, HubSpot created a flywheel model that can be really adapted to any customer-facing business. This flywheel illustrates the momentum an organization can gain when they deliver exceptional customer experiences, and it spins as you acquire and retain customers from strategic programs. But these programs don't just happen in one phase of the customer lifecycle. Whether you realize it or not, multiple departments within a company have a hand in your customers' experiences. So marketing teams own the experience before customers even know who your company is. And sales teams own the experience while your company is trying to close the sale. And of course, customer success teams own the experience after they've become part of your install base. Use the flywheel to identify the type of customer experiences you want to provide to your customers. With the right interdepartment alignment, you too can make an impact on every stage of the customer lifecycle and grow better. So here's the big question. What type of customer experience do you need in order to generate those loyal, self-promoting customers as well? The answer is customer education. Customer education puts the customer, whether they're a potential customer or an existing customer, at the center of your business. And the best way that marketing, sales, and service teams can use customer education is by building memorable customer experiences with an academy. So when companies use academies for their customer education programs like HubSpot Academy, and Salesforce Trailhead, or Shopify Compass, it strengthens and elevates the customer experience. Customer education can be used throughout the entire customer journey. It doesn't just live within one phase or one department. So you can always keep the customer at the center of your business. And you can make a real impact using customer education. You can use customer education for brand awareness. Companies who are looking to attract and generate leads can establish themselves as thought leaders using an academy. You can use it for brand consideration. Companies accelerate sales cycles and increase win rates with academies. You can use yours to engage with and qualify leads and prospects so they convert at a faster velocity. Use it for onboarding as a way to engage with new customers and accelerate time to value for your new customers. Or for product adoption, to delight your customers, use it to drive usage of underutilized features and to reduce reliance on support teams. And lastly, certification. Companies can test and reward customers on their product expertise to make them feel more empowered and confident and qualified to use their products, with the hope and expectation, of course, to then spread the love through word of mouth, bringing us right back to generating awareness. The best part is that once you determine which is the best use case or use cases for your business, customer education can be situated with the HubSpot flywheel and be used as a force to turn your flywheel so you can create long-lasting relationships and gain the momentum you need to grow better. Companies are using Northpass's LMS to build academies to help educate their prospects and customers. And then they're using HubSpot CRM to help manage their customers and all of the interactions that make up the customer experience. Both Northpass and HubSpot are really powerful platforms alone, but the real impact happens when you start using them together. So that's why we rolled out Northpass for HubSpot. By integrating Northpass with HubSpot, you can use an academy throughout the entire customer journey to create extraordinary experiences that will help your company grow better. And when we combine the power of our leading LMS with HubSpot's trusted CRM, HubSpot users can centralize learning activity within their CRM. They can track their learning data alongside customer-centric data like sales revenue or support ticket submissions. And then they can use that data to take action and power HubSpot workflows without ever lifting a finger. Now that you know about how Customer Academy can impact your business today, let's show you the integration itself in HubSpot so you can see what this means in a real situation. Allison's going to take you through a demo using the onboarding use case that we just discussed, so you can see how a company using both Northpass and HubSpot can use the integration to accelerate onboarding and customer time to value. So let's get right into it.
Awesome, thanks, Nikki. Before we jump in, let me just take a moment to introduce to you Pixel. Pixel is a fictitious SaaS company that sells photo editing software to their thousands of customers who happen to be photographers. They also use HubSpot's CRM tool to track and manage their customers, and they have a ton of HubSpot workflows built out for marketing automation. Now, they're looking for a way to improve customer time to value and accelerate onboarding. They've noticed that when a proper onboarding process is in place, the lifetime value of the customer increases. So they want to ensure that all of their customers are taking onboarding courses prior to using their software. So today, I'm going to show you how Pixel is using the Northpass for HubSpot integration to accelerate onboarding for their new customers. So I'm just going to share my screen here. There's a few ways that they're using the integration. Let's start with the first here. So Pixel built a customer academy on the Northpass platform so that their customers can search for and discover content at their own pace. Here, you can see the academy has a number of courses, including product tutorials. There's some events and workshops for best practices, and there's even a learning path dedicated entirely to onboarding. The academy's look and feel is almost identical to that of the Pixel product. So when a customer is interacting with it, their learning experience feels seamless and contextualized, which is really great for engagement. But in addition to relying on search and discovery, another way that Pixel can accelerate onboarding for their new customers is by sending them these onboarding courses directly through email. Pixel does this automatically by using HubSpot workflows with triggers from their CRM data. So let's click into HubSpot here, and I'll show you what that looks like in this onboarding welcome packet workflow. So for some quick background, Pixel uses deals to track sales. So whenever a deal moves to closed won, that means they've acquired a new customer. So here, Pixel uses this deal stage change as the trigger for this workflow. Next, they can determine the correct email content to send to a new customer based on the product that they purchased. Now, in both of these emails, new customers are linked directly to an onboarding course so that they have everything that they need to get started right away. But to take it a step further, if any professional or enterprise customers don't access the onboarding course within the first 5 days, a task is automatically created for their designated CSM to follow up. And this is a great way for Pixel to incorporate learning content into their content strategy. So let's actually take a look at this email and see what this might look like for a Pixel customer. So here's this example email that we just saw. As you can see here, it welcomes all new photographers to the Pixel platform, offering support and resources to help get them started. But most importantly, included in this email is that personalized link that'll direct customers to that self-paced onboarding course available inside the Pixel Academy. So let's click on that. Let me show you what this experience looks like. Clicking this link will bring customers straight into that onboarding course, like I mentioned, where they can interact with all the various types of educational materials that the Pixel team created in Northpass. So I'll start this course as if I'm a new customer. I can read a little bit about the Pixel editor, get a nice introduction, interact with some additional content here, maybe watch a video. And so once a new user interacts with a Pixel onboarding course, as part of the Northpass for HubSpot integration, their learning activity is automatically pushed into the HubSpot CRM. So take a look at this. I've made about 40% progress in this course. Now let's jump back into HubSpot and I'll show you exactly what happens with this data. So back in here, the Northpass for HubSpot integration centralizes learning activity data within the HubSpot CRM, so Pixel can track learning progress and results on their contact records alongside all of their other relevant customer data, like sales revenue, support ticket submissions, and so on. Let's pretend that I'm that new Pixel customer. Here's my contact record. Let's open that up. And on the left-hand side, you'll see all my course progress statistics. Here's that 40% from before that I mentioned. Additionally, in the middle here, you'll see information about course completion and learner activation in the timeline activity as an event. So with all of this customer activity in one place, Pixel has a much better understanding of the impact that customer education has on their business. But that's not it though. Really, the best part is what you can do with this data once it's inside your CRM. So let me jump back into workflows and show you a few additional options here. In addition to CRM data, Pixel can now set up workflows to trigger off of learning activity. So here, Pixel has created a workflow that automatically sends a follow-up email to photographers that have finished the Getting Started course. So for customers on the starter package, that follow-up email contains some additional resources for how to get support and further information for help. And for professional and enterprise customers, once they've completed the Getting Started course, they'll actually receive an email with a HubSpot meeting link for their CSM on their account. And using that link, they'll be able to automatically set up an implementation call with their designated CSM. Let's take a look at one final workflow here, the 3-day check-in. So for this workflow, Pixel wants to ensure that customers are on track with their onboarding content. And if they're not, help them course correct. No pun intended. The first thing this workflow will check for is for customers who've started the onboarding course, made some amount of progress, but haven't yet reached the finish line. So if at any point when a customer starts the course, this workflow will kick in, wait 3 days to check back in on their progress. If the customer has made any bit over 50% of progress in these first 3 days, Pixel considers that to be really healthy. But if after 3 days, however, the customer hasn't made their way through half the course, they'll get an email to remind them that there's still some work to be done. And because this is all automated as part of a workflow, it requires almost zero effort from the customer success or service teams to monitor progress and ensure that customers are staying on track for their onboarding goals. So now that we've reviewed the many ways in which the Northpass for HubSpot integration can help accelerate Pixel's onboarding process, I just want to spend a few minutes showing each of you how you can get set up and configured using this integration today. So assuming each of you are already Northpass administrators, the first thing you'll want to do is head over to your Northpass account, find the apps section, and then locate the HubSpot app right here. Make sure you get a hold of your HubSpot admin to do this with you, as they'll be prompted to log in when you click that Getting Started button. Once your Northpass and HubSpot accounts are connected, Northpass will begin automatically sharing learning data as custom properties that get created as part of the integration. The integration also matches up learning data to a contact record based on the email address of the user. But if we can't find a matching content, we also give you the option to create a new one in your CRM. Additionally, we're also able to pass some more granular data to the contact's timeline. For now, we pass course completion and learner activation, but the product team is constantly expanding on the data available to you as part of the integration. And so that wraps up the demo of our Northpass for HubSpot integration. I hope you all are as excited about it as we are. It's super easy to connect, yet so powerful to help you scale and grow better. Just remember, this onboarding example is one of many examples and use cases, and we'd love to take you through more ideas that we have. So with that said, I'll turn it back to Nikki to wrap up with some final comments and Q&A.
Awesome. Let me get back to the presentation. All right, so thank you, Allyson. That was really great, and I love seeing all of the data centralized in one place. Before we go, I just want to recap some of the highlights that we just reviewed. So if you forget everything in the last 20 minutes, this is the one slide you want to pay attention to. So first thing is to focus on customers' experiences. Businesses grow exponentially better when you add more emphasis on long-term relationships instead of short-term gains. The second thing is that learning is the key enabler for positive customer experiences, no matter where the customer is in their life cycle. So use an academy to build those memorable customer experiences. Third, build an academy that you're proud of, so you can raise brand awareness, increase win rates, accelerate onboarding, boost product adoption, and minimize the reliance on support teams. And then lastly, leverage the Northpass for HubSpot integration, of course, to accelerate growth. You can track learning progress and results within HubSpot CRM so you can visualize activity in one place and better understand the impact that customer education has on your business. Automate your HubSpot workflows with learning data. Set up learning-based triggers like Allyson spoke about to automate things like task creation or marketing emails or reminders and nudges. And lastly, incorporate learning into your content strategy so you can deliver learning directly to your customers without disrupting their routines. Use support channels like chatbots and emails and knowledge bases, or marketing channels like email drips and SEO and social media. So with all that said, we want to thank you for your time and hope you enjoyed this demonstration and learning more about the ways you can use this integration. If you can't tell, we are really excited about this integration and can't wait for you to start using it too. So if you're a current customer of ours, drop us a line, get in touch with us. We would be more than happy to help you get this set up in your Northpass instance. And if you're not yet a Northpass customer, I'm going to drop a link in the chat here where you can sign up for a personalized demo of Northpass or the Northpass integration, so we can help you determine the best way to use customer education in your business in order to grow better too. In the meantime, let's open the floor for any questions. So drop all of your questions in that Q&A box in Zoom, and we'll start answering. Oops.
Awesome. We've got some questions coming in, so I will start rattling these off. All right, so we got a question from Andrew. Is this integration free? Nikki, how about you take that one?
Yes. Sorry, this is on my screen. Yes, it is free. It is free for all of our premium and enterprise customers. So if you are already one of those customers, then you can start getting set up right away. If you are not yet a customer, contact us and we will get you up and running in no time.
Awesome. We've got a question from Meg. Will the recording of this webinar be sent out after it ends? This is such helpful info. I definitely want to share with my team. Meg, that's awesome that you want to share this with your team. Yes, we will make the recording available after this webinar. We'll make sure to distribute it to the list of registrants. So thanks for that question. Really good one. Let's see. Another question from Sam. Does the integration work with HubSpot reporting? Yes, the answer is yes to that. Because the Northpass for HubSpot integration pushes data directly into the HubSpot CRM, you now have that data available to you for all HubSpot features, not only workflows or email triggers, right? So I can actually share my screen here and give a quick, just a quick overview of this reporting. So clicking into HubSpot, I've actually made my own dashboard here of all my contacts, the companies that they belong to, and some progress that they've made within the various courses that I have to offer. Got some interesting funnels, right? Started to complete for each of the courses that we have. And so all of this is available via HubSpot using the learning data that our integration pushes in automatically. I'll stop my share here. Let's see. How is the data passed to HubSpot? Great question. So let me reiterate. There's two types of data at this point that we send. We have data that we send as custom properties and data that we send as timeline activity events. Both of those data types are passed automatically. And what we'll do is we'll look at the email address of the user in Northpass and match that to an email of a contact record. And like I showed in my demo, if a contact exists, you have the option to push that automatically. And if they don't exist, you can also create a new contact. That's a configuration option on the side of the integration as well. See some other questions that we have here. My company uses Fountain for onboarding applicants. Do I need the automated workflows in HubSpot set up with this integration? Or can I keep just the existing automations we have set up to remind people to complete the Northpass course? That's a great question, Meg. They're two separate integrations. So if you want to maintain the Fountain automation that you've got in place, those shouldn't interfere. But if you have further questions, I'd say reach out to our support and service teams, and they'd be the best suited to help set up anything new that you might want to create. Let's see what else here. Can a single course within a learning path be individually linked and tracked, or would it need to be the entire learning path that is linked and tracked? Good question. So Kayla, at this point, we're just sending course data. So to answer your question, the course is the thing that is individually linked and tracked. But we're always keen on getting feedback from customers. So as we look to expand on the data available to you, learning paths are a really great next step for us. So thanks for that feedback. All right, let's see. Does Northpass automatically create a property in HubSpot for each course, or do I have to do that manually? That's all done automatically as part of the integration. So as little work as you possibly have to do, that's how we see success. All right, can I set up a free trial to review Northpass's HubSpot integration? Nikki, how about you take that one?
Yeah, absolutely. Contact us with the link that I just posted in the chat, and we can set up your instance in a free 2-week trial with Northpass. And as long as you have a HubSpot account also, we can show you how that works.
Awesome.
And then the last question here, this looks more relevant for customer success teams. Is there any use for sales and prospecting teams? Love this question, because if we go back to a couple of slides, I can actually remind you of, it might take a little while, but yes, the answer is we use it, we see it used all the time for sales and prospecting teams as well, being used for, marketing for awareness, brand consideration. And so we definitely see it helping the sales teams get quick wins and faster sales cycles as well. So happy to discuss that in more detail. Allyson showed you the onboarding example in the demo only, but we have a ton of other ideas and workflows that we could show you that are more related to your sales process as well. And so happy to connect with you personally. That was anonymous, but let me know. So you can email me or Allyson, or use the link that I posted to get in touch. Any other questions before we wrap up? We're just at 12:30. So if no other questions, you know where to reach us now. You have the link. If not, email me directly, nikki@northpass.com or Allyson@northpass.com, and we'd be happy to talk about it more. We love this. So we're excited to talk as much as you want about it. But thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.